Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football. Welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. Blockbuster news from Chelsea Football Club today. Huge! And before we do get into it all, I'm going to give you my thoughts and how I think this is all panning out, because after today, I think a lot of things are beginning to make sense and panic stations can come down a little bit. I'll get into it. Before we do, I want to let you know this video is brought to you and sponsored by the lovely people at OneFootball. The OneFootball app is there for all of your latest, including this story that we're going to discuss today, evolving around Chelsea and Bruce Buck and Marina and all of that. All the latest is in the OneFootball app. So make sure you download it. Link in the description for all of your transfer news, your latest news, and into the season, your fixtures, your results, your scores, your stats, player stats, team stats, whatever. It's all there. So make sure you hit that link in the description now. Download the OneFootball app and enjoy, just like I do. Now, let's get into this. We first got confirmation this morning that Bruce Buck has stood down as Chelsea chairman. He has stepped down from the role. He's no longer in the role, although he will be continuing as an advisor, a senior advisor to Chelsea Football Club. Here's the confirmation from Chelsea themselves. Bruce Buck to step down as chairman of Chelsea Football Club. And the entire article goes on to explain exactly that. Chelsea Football Club today announced that Bruce Buck, who has served as chairman since 2003, will be stepping down from his role effective 30th of June. He will continue to support the club as a senior advisor. And the rest goes on to explain exactly what he's done in that time since 2003. And I do want to say this, okay? Look, before we get into the whole thing about Bruce Buck, I want to say, just as a fan, since 2003, Chelsea have had a lot of success. He has been the chairman. So he's definitely had a big role to Chelsea's success and to allowing and helping Roman run the club in the way that the club was run. So for his work from 2003 up until now, I have to say thank you very much, and best of luck and good luck in your future endeavours and all of that, which we normally say when people leave roles. But no, it's legit. He's been there a while. He's been there a very long time. And I think Chelsea fans haven't had a problem with Bruce Buck only up until the Super League. Prior to that, Bruce Buck was, I wouldn't say a fan favourite, but you look at Bruce, you go, yeah, the chairman, good lad. Then the Super League happened and the details came out evolving around how he was the one who kind of spearheaded Chelsea's involvement into the Super League. And then later on, the Ricketts situation. Now, I feel like maybe that one is a little less extreme than the Super League. The Super League involved many clubs, involved changing the entire spectrum of world football. Like, the sport would have changed, And that is massive. In relation to the Ricketts, there was a lot of questions. It wasn't even a case of, we're being spearheaded into an ownership here that no one wants. There was just a lot of uncertainty and a lot of people going, we don't understand the true intentions here. What's going on? So, yeah. Luckily, the Ricketts didn't take over. I'd say luckily. We still don't know exactly how things are going to go going forward with Todd Boehly and all that. But based on the offers that we had, the bids that we had, we reckon we've got, the best that we could have possibly got. So, yeah, Bruce Buck, couple of hits towards the end, I would say, but overall, since 2003, has been fairly decent. So I wish him the best, and I thank him for his work at Chelsea Football Club since 2003. Much appreciated. We've been very successful, and Roman had faith in him. So, you know what? Fair play. But it's not just that. It's not just Bruce. This is where I know we're going to get, we're going to get you guys quite split here. I think it's going to be 50-50. I think there's going to be 50% of you that are going to be like, yes, it's happening. And then 50% of you that are going, oh man, I don't want this to happen. Well, regardless of what side of the spectrum you stand on, look, here's the truth. Marina Granovskaia will be leaving Chelsea Football Club as well. And that has been confirmed, not by Chelsea Football Club yet, but Matt Law has come out with it. We heard from Fabrizio Romano first earlier today in relation to this story, because Matt Law released the article before coming onto Twitter and explaining exactly what the latest is. But if we go to Fabrizio quoting Matt Law, this is it. Marina Granovskaia set to leave Chelsea. Matt Law reports. Big changes are coming for Chelsea as Todd Boehly could take care of all transfer negotiations. Expectation around Chelsea was for Marina to leave in a few months. Now imminent, as Telegraph Football reveals. Matt Law himself came out with this earlier on, exclusive. Marina Granovskaia to leave Chelsea following Bruce Buck's exit. And then later this afternoon came out with the story from earlier. Anticipation among sources is that Granovskaia will go before the transfer window shuts, although the timing of her exit has not been confirmed by Chelsea. So we've got Matt Law saying that he reckons it's going to be at least before the transfer window shuts. We've got Fabrizio saying that it's looking like it's imminent. And when you go into the article, the Telegraph article that Matt Law actually came out with, now it's behind the paywall, so I'm not exactly going to show you. I wouldn't do that. You're gonna have to pay if you want to watch it or if you want to read it. But Matt Law does explain that Marina will be leaving Chelsea Football Club. Bruce Buck has already stepped down and will be remaining as a senior advisor. Now the setup. What's Todd Boehly doing here? Todd Boehly will become the new chairman to replace Bruce Buck. We already knew that Tuchel's been given more responsibility in relation to transfers. What we now know is, yes, Tuchel is going to have a much bigger say in relation to transfers, and he will be working alongside Todd Boehly in relation to transfers. Todd Boehly will be the one negotiating those transfers. So he's taken up the role, basically, you could say, as a temporary director, even though he is the chairman, but he is the one that's going to be running those negotiations, as he's been doing with the Lukaku situation to Inter Milan. It's come out in the article that Boehly is the one negotiating with Inter Milan here personally to get Lukaku gone. So that is it. Thomas Tuchel's greater power in terms of Chelsea's transfers, business and contracts. There's that too. And there is the whole scenario about what is going to happen once Marina steps down. It does say that Chelsea's new owners will almost certainly have to appoint a new sporting director. And there's been names linked looking like Berta from Atletico Madrid as well as some others. But for now, Boehly and Tuchel will be taking up the reins from Marina Granovskaia. Marina's job will be given to Boehly and Tuchel alongside him. In the meantime, we might be looking for a new sporting director. I reckon we will end up hiring someone as a sporting director. But the entire fabric of Chelsea Football Club has changed. A new era has begun today, when you think about it, realistically. With Todd Boehly and his consortium and whatnot, Todd Boehly is now the new chairman. But alongside that, not just Bruce Buck stepping down, but Marina leaving too. The entire leadership at Chelsea has changed. And this is where I want to steer the situation to why have Chelsea been slow this transfer window so far. Today we've got our answer. And today is where I have managed to, being calmed down. I've been calmed down today. Because we now know what's been happening behind the scenes. It's not just a case of, we've just got new owners. We're changing the entire leadership. The entire thing has shifted. There's even question marks about Petr Cech's future now because he was a hire by Marina. Is he going to stay? Is he not? It's up to him. So in relation to Chelsea's transfers, I think now we're going to be hearing things in terms of business and whatnot. Lukaku is about to leave. We've heard latest updates about Lukaku. It seems like Chelsea and Inter have agreed a fee of 10 million euros. For a loan fee. So there's that. Whether there's add-ons and whatnot, we don't know. But once that situation is sorted, with Marina stepping down, Bruce Buck stepping down, Todd Boehly taking the reins, Tuchel alongside him, I can now see why Chelsea haven't done anything in relation to the transfer market, because now we know who is going to be steering Chelsea's transfer business. It's Boehly and Tuchel. And now that they're in place, I feel like, okay, now we can get some business done. So, yeah, in terms of no news, no signings and whatnot, as of yesterday, we started hearing about Sterling. As of today, we're hearing about Richarlison. We're even hearing about Rafinha. And apparently how Chelsea have been in contact with Leeds, despite Arsenal being the front runners for that deal. And it looks like Arsenal are going to get Rafinha. But Chelsea have been in contact. That's now been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano and a few other people too. It seems like as of today, we're starting to hear more things in relation to transfers. And it's no coincidence it's come at the same time that Bruce Bucker stepped down. Marina is stepping down before the transfer window shuts, which means she won't be the one dealing with Chelsea's transfers. For anyone thinking now, she's going to be leading Chelsea's transfer business up until the end of the window, like we all initially thought. Not the case. It's not her. She's going to be stepping down before the window shuts. That would be stupid to give her the reins and then she leaves and then you're going to have to pick everything up. Chances are Boehly and Tuchel are the ones that are going to be steering Chelsea's transfer business. And Marina, I guess, will just be in the background guiding up until when she's just like, look, I'm no longer needed here. Good luck and best of wishes for the future. That is it. So, yeah, it's crazy. Today actually feels brand new. It feels like Chelsea have started a new era today. It really does feel like it's a complete new slate as of today. You know, it's the Roman era. I think has ended today. I think that's it. Buck, chairman, gone. Roman's already left. Marina stepping down. Boehly, Tuchel alongside him. Clearly Capital with the funds. We go. I'm actually a little bit excited. I have to say, I feel like this is what Chelsea need, at least in the long run. We do need to initially shift. You can't keep the same thing forever. There is going to come change, and it's come today. So I'm excited. Optimistic at all. I feel more calm. I now understand why things have been slow. This I think is going to take us in the right direction. Overall, I'd like to think long-term we're going to be taking in the right direction. And I'm looking forward now, at least with 2 weeks left before pre-season, I'm glad this has come now. Because we can focus for the next 2 weeks and hopefully at least before pre-season get some signings in. And then if we have to bring in more towards at least the beginning of the season, then fair enough. We finish our business hopefully before the start of the season. That would be all right. Considering the circumstances of a new ownership, new chairman, new director looking like it's going to come in at some point, Boehly and Tuchel having to take the reins from Marina, all of this, I can now understand why we've not done anything. So you know what? I want to share that with you guys, and I'm hoping that you guys feel the same. Let me know if you do or if you don't. I'd love to hear your opinions on this entire situation. But to confirm, Bruce Buck has stepped down as Chelsea chairman. Todd Boehly is the new Chelsea chairman. And in the meantime, Marina Granovskaia will be leaving Chelsea Football Club. And Todd Boehly and Tuchel will be taking the reins from Marina up until when Chelsea appoint a new sporting director. It does sound nice, doesn't it? It does sound nice. But even for Marina, and I know there's no confirmation yet, so when there's confirmation, we will have to do a separate piece. But I would thank her as well for what she's done. We didn't get off on the right foot at the beginning. I had a big problem with Marina at the start. And then some of her business managed to tempt me and make me look like, okay, you know what? Maybe she looks like she knows what she's doing. Okay, fair enough. And now she's going to be leaving. So you know what? Fair play. But when that is confirmed, I'll do a separate video on it, I think, about Chelsea's board and how we've been run. And yeah, but it's exciting times. Let me know how you feel down below. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Don't forget to download the OneFootball app, as I've already said, link in the description. Hit the like button if you've enjoyed this, and I will see all of you tomorrow for a brand new one, people. Have a good one. See you tomorrow. Take care, and peace.